Well, an Iowa judge has put a temporary block on the most restrictive abortion law in the country. The measure bans most abortions if a fetal heartbeat can be detected. Republican Governor Kim Reynolds signed it into law on May 2nd. Advocacy groups, including Planned Parenthood and the ACLU of Iowa, sued the state to block it. Well, the decision comes just days before the state's primary, where 5 Democratic hopefuls are vying to get a spot on the ballot and run against Reynolds in the November midterm. James Lynch is a political writer for the Gazette. He's covered Iowa politics for nearly 2 decades, and he joins us now from Cedar Rapids. James, welcome to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. So how big of a factor will this abortion law be in this election, if at all?
Well, obviously the forces that opposed it, Planned Parenthood Action Group, NARAL, groups like that are making it an issue. A lot of the candidates, Democratic candidates, are raising this issue. Many of the Republicans who supported it are talking about it in a positive sense. So it's certainly an issue in this campaign, and probably will, as a result of that, will raise a lot of money for candidates.
So Governor Reynolds has only been in office for a year now. How is she viewed just within the state?
Well, her rankings are pretty good. There was a new poll came out from Morningside College just this week that she got 53% voter approval on her job. It wasn't a head-to-head matchup, an election matchup, but 53% voter approval. That's higher than I've seen in other polls that had her in like the 40% range. So overall, generally positive. I'm not sure that you can translate that directly into electoral success.
We know Iowa's moved to the right since it voted to elect President Barack Obama twice. 2 times President Trump won Iowa by 9 points. But according to a Morning Consult poll, only 45% of Iowans approved of the job that he's doing as of April. Are voters leaning more to the left this election cycle?
I'm not sure I'd say they're leaning to the left. I think they are growing sort of disenchanted with the president. And here in Iowa, where his trade policies could have a significant impact for agricultural exports as well as manufacturing exports, I think there's a lot of concern right now, especially as he imposes tariffs on some of our allies. Canada and Mexico are among Iowa's largest trading partners. So there's a lot of concern with his policy.
Iowa is actually the second largest agriculture producing state of the nation, right after California. How concerned are Iowans about a possible trade war with not just China, but other countries as well?
Well, very concerned. Governor, our U.S. senators and members of the House that have talked to the president, have lobbied the president not to impose these tariffs on trading partners. You'll hear people say 1 in 5 jobs in Iowa is dependent on agriculture, either directly in production or, in jobs that support food and agricultural product production. So it's a big part of our economy. There's a lot of jobs involved and a lot of concern.
So, James, ultimately, when it comes down to it, what would you say are really the most important issues for Iowa voters?
Well, what we're hearing a lot about are economic issues from both Republicans and Democrats. It's sort of a classic case of, the glass half full or half empty. Republicans think it's half full or better than half full. They point to low unemployment, growing numbers of jobs, demand for workers, federal and state tax cuts that allow workers to keep more of their paycheck. Democrats, on the other hand, think the glass is only half full, and they're concerned about underfunding education, healthcare, mental health, and wage stagnation. So 2 clearly different perspectives on the economy.
James Lynch from Cedar Rapids, thank you for joining us, James, and breaking down Iowa politics for us.
Of course. Thank you.